Hello, environmental science students. Welcome back to quarter two. Hopefully you had a much needed rest during fall break and are ready to go for the rest of our semester here. I just wanted to make a quick video to kind of talk about some of our policies in this environmental science class for everyone. Some of these focus just on the remote learners, some of them focus just on the in-person kiddos, but I figured since we're starting a new mode of learning, in-person students are at school 5 days a week now, I wanted to reach out and just make sure we know what's going on. So the first few things are just for remote students. So if you're a remote student, these things have changed a little bit from what they were before. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. Okay, so remote students specifically, you are expected starting tomorrow morning on Monday to log into class on time. Okay, I know before it wasn't a humongous deal, but this is going to start being a big deal. So just because you're home, I'm still expecting you're in class every day. You are logged in for the entire class period. Okay, so I put this chart right here. It tells you what, depending on what hour you have me, what time your class is at. So if you're in first hour, you need to be online at 8:15, right? You got to wake up, you got to get yourself going. I'm also asking now, as we're moving into this new phase, that you have your cameras on during class, if possible. Okay, this is not mandatory. I can't make you from home, but I will tell you, the kids I've talked to, it is much easier to pay attention and stay focused in class during class time if you have your camera on. So I'm really recommending, if you struggled last quarter, right, with our grades or doing well in this class, I'm encouraging that you turn those cameras on, and it'll help you stay accountable and stay focused. Okay. These are some expectations for everyone, so I'm just going to go through them real quick too. So if you miss class, I don't care if you're an in-person student or a remote learner, okay, things happen, things come up. So if you miss class, for whatever reason, you are expected to check the OneNote calendar. Okay, the OneNote calendar is great, and it has been there since the beginning of, since we had issues with the online calendar system. It's there every week. So if you miss a day, your job is to go to the OneNote calendar, which it says right here, it's under OneNote, organization, and you're going to complete any of the missing assignments. Okay. It's also expected you check your grades weekly in Portal, so you know where you are in this class, right? That's really important. Portal is the accurate grading system, not Canvas, right? We just do some stuff in Canvas, so make sure you're checking Portal. This quarter, grades will be updated by each week on Wednesday afternoon because we no longer have those days to grade. So I will get everything updated by Wednesday afternoon. Students are going to communicate with me when they're struggling. Okay, I talked about this a lot last quarter. I have no idea you're struggling if you don't tell me, especially if you're remote. Okay, I don't know. So you are in charge of that. You have to tell me when you need assistance. Finally, students will monitor their cell phone use and distractions when possible. I know it's not always possible, okay? But this is your education. You are the only one that can make it happen. So especially if you're remote, right, you need to be monitoring your cell phone use. If it's during class, I really recommend you turn that phone face down so you can get the most out of our time together, right? Okay, lastly, some stuff about grades. So you know how this works. It's going to stay the same. Each week, you're going to have 3 assignments that are always due on Friday at midnight. That way I can get the grades updated. Each week has a 2-week deadline. So once it's due on Friday, you have 2 more weeks to turn it in or redo it. And then it's going to lock forever after those 2 weeks, right? You can redo any assignment or resubmit it up until that 2-week deadline. And quizzes and tests can be taken up to 3 times, and I'll keep your best score. Okay. Finally, some semester grade stuff. Semester grades are the only ones that matter. They're the ones that go on your official transcript from high school, so they're what counts for college and scholarships in your GPA. So that's the grades in December and May. In our class, and should be every class this semester for you, the semester grade is a running total. So before, sometimes your grades started over at quarter 2. That's not what's happening this year. Whatever you earned in quarter 1, you're just going to add to it for quarter 2. Okay. Like I said, quarter grades aren't separated. However, the number of assignments for each quarter in this class is going to be about the same. I'm going to keep it that way so that the grades are weighted equally, and quarter 2 doesn't matter more than quarter 1. Okay. This was just some of the things you should know. I just wanted to make sure we talked about it before we start the quarter. I am excited to see you tomorrow, and I hope you're on time. Thanks.